written by Jeff Red. Where is it? In the southern part of North America lies the country of Mexico. It has been found between the United States and the countries of Belize and Guatemala. The west of Mexico is the Pacific Ocean. On the eastern coast is the Gulf of Mexico. The Gulf of California divides the main area of Mexico from the Baja. Venezuela. Mexico also includes some land. This lies along the east and west coast. Mexico City, one of the oldest cities in North America, is the capital of Mexico. It sits in a basin surrounded by mountains and is home to more than 19 million people. Mexico City contains many beautiful parks. Particular park is the largest. It contains a zoo, gardens, fountain, museum, lakes, and forest. People. Thousands of people, indigenous peoples, live on the land that's now Mexico and built with six civilizations. The Spanish explorer came to Mexico in 1517. By 1521, the Spanish had still colonized Mexico. As a result, about 2/3 of modern Mexico people are Mexicans. This means they are descendants of both indigenous and European ancestors. The other third of the population consists indigenous people, Spanish descendants, and other people who have come to the country. Today, Mexico has a population of 120 million people. Most Mexicans speak Spanish. More people speak Spanish in Mexico than any other country in the world. Some people speak indigenous languages. Most of the population in the city. Mexico is rich in natural resources such as oil and silver. It exports tons of coffee, sugar, cane, cotton throughout the world. Each year, the football is also famous. The country is also famous for its art and artists. Painting, sculptures, and dance have a long and rich history in Mexico. Land. Mexico has many mountain ranges, and some mountains are also volcanoes. The highest mountain is a volcano, 5,700 meters high, named Pico de Arosa Code. Mountains run along the west, east, and south. Mexico also has the Canyon that is amazing gas. Copper Canyon is mountain Mexico. It's known for being larger than the Grand Canyon. The center of the country is plateau. The raised flatland makes it ideal for building roads and towns. Most people live in this area. Two peninsulas, the Baja and the Yucatan, jut into the ocean. The Yucatan Peninsula is made of limestone that dissolved away over thousands of years in some places. The result is spectacular caves, including underground caves filled with water called cenotes. The Sonoran and the Chihuahuan deserts stretch across the northern Mexico. The Sonoran Desert is more types of plants than any desert in North America. Wet rainforests cover its part of the southeastern Mexico. These forests are home to many different types of plants and animals. Mexico coastal lowlands, plain lodges, marshes, and swamps. Past the eastern coast lies the Caribbean Sea. Mexico does not have many lakes and rivers, but one is very well known because it forms a border between Mexico and the United States. Mexicans call this river the Rio Bravo del Norte, which means Wise River of the North. People of the United States call it the Rio Grande. History. The earliest people in Mexico were indigenous people. One of the most well-known groups is the Mayan people. The Maya built great cities. temples and pyramids without the help of the wheel or animal. They also created beautiful works of art, studied the stars and planets, and developed a calendar. In the early 1300s, the Aztec people arrived in central Mexico. They built their capital city on an island in a lake. The Aztecs were also known as the Mexica. From that name comes the name Mexico. The site of Aztec's capital city, Tenochtitlan, became a Mexico city. The Aztecs built a huge empire. In 1509, the Spanish explorer Hernan Cortes arrived in the Aztec capital within 2 years. He and his followers had taken over the land and conquered the Aztec people. In 1522-21, Mexico became a Spanish colony. It remained a colony until 1821, when the people fought and won the war to be free from Spanish rule. In the century that followed, many people were poor farmers who struggled to survive. Wealthy Europeans owned 95% of the land. Farmers and workers had few rights and little money. During the Mexican Revolution, the people rose up and changed the government. Mexico became a democracy, which helped to improve daily life for people who were poor. Today, Mexico is still a land of extremes. There are two main social classes, the rich and poor, with very small middle class. Animals. Many different types of animals live in Mexico. The jaguar plays an important role in the stories, songs, and prayers of Mexico's ancient indigenous people. It lives in mainly the rainforests of Mexico, the largest of all the cat species in North America. It can measure about 2 meters in length. It has black spots and a roar that sounds like a loud cough. Unlike many other cats, the jaguar likes to swim, play, and hunt in the water. Its main source of food is to participate in a small white member of a pig family. Sadly, the jaguar is in danger of the extinction. However, many people are trying to save them. The scabbers of ancient Maya and the Aztecs, the Quechos, live in the rainforests of Mexico. Like many types of bird, the male is brightly colored and the female is plainer in appearance. The male's head and chest are bright golden green, its back is blue, and its belly is red, and its tail feathers can be more than 1 meter long. In the mountain of Mexico lives the red-kneed tarantula. This large hairy spider is named for the reddish-orange patches on its leg joints. The legs of this large spider span 15 centimeters and grow very slowly, and the female spider can live to 30 years old. Conclusion: Mexico is a country of diversity. It has modern cities and ancient ruins. Deep canyons lie within high mountains. Dry deserts and wet rainforests cover the land. Its long history and natural beauty fascinate people around the globe. You're here to visit Mexico. What would you want to see first?